Welcome to the deep dive. We dig through, well, all the noise, the research, the notes to give you that shortcut to really knowing your stuff. And today, our mission is peeling back the layers on listening. It sounds basic, maybe, but we think it's the most foundational skill in learning a language. Often misunderstood, too.
It really is. It's fascinating, because learners often jump straight to speaking or they get caught up in like endless vocab lists. But when you look at how language acquisition actually works, listening isn't just one piece of the puzzle. It's the bedrock. Everything else builds on it.
Exactly. So for you listening, our goal here isn't just to say why it's powerful. We want to show you the common traps, the subtle mistakes people make, and then more importantly, give you those really concrete, evidence-based ways to actually improve your listening. Prepare for some aha moments, hopefully. So to really get why listening is so vital, maybe we should start at the beginning. Like, how do we learn our first language? How do babies do it?
Yeah, that's the perfect starting point. It's this natural process, right? Infants, they spend months, sometimes even a year or more, just listening. They're soaking it all in, taking in sounds, rhythm, intonation, long before they utter a single, proper word. And learning a new language as an adult, it actually mirrors that. Your brain needs that input, that raw material. Listening is how you feed it.
Right. It's like giving your brain the data it needs to start figuring things out.
Exactly. Mapping sounds to meaning, understanding the structure. It all starts there.
And it's not just about understanding what you hear, is it? It actually feeds back into speaking. I've always thought of it as building this, like, sound library in your head. You internalize the rhythm, the intonation.
Absolutely, the musicality of the language.
Yeah.
And that brings up pronunciation specifically. You can't really sound natural or even place emphasis correctly, if you haven't heard native speakers do it, a lot. Listening tunes your ear to those specific sounds, the phones, the way words connect. It helps you reproduce them accurately.
Yeah, that makes total sense. And there's another huge benefit, I think, confidence. When you start understanding more, maybe in a conversation or a movie or just, the news, you feel way more comfortable engaging, right?
Oh, massively. That comfort fuels motivation. It creates this positive cycle where you listen more, understand more, want to speak more.
Yeah.
It keeps you going.
Okay, but here's the thing. Lots of learners do listen. They put in time, but maybe not in the most effective way. Let's talk about some of those common mistakes, the pitfalls.
Yes, let's. The first big one we see all the time is relying purely on passive listening. Just having English music or a movie playing in the background while you do other things. There's this hope almost that it'll just magically absorb through osmosis.
Right, like background noise equals learning.
And while, maybe there's a tiny bit of benefit from pure exposure, real learning, the kind that actually changes your brain, needs active focus. Passive listening alone just doesn't build those strong neural pathways.
Okay, mistake number 2. I think I'm guilty of this sometimes. Trying to understand every single word. Hitting pause, rewind, because you missed one little word.
The perfectionist trap. But even native speakers don't catch everything. The goal isn't 100% comprehension on the first pass. It's about getting the main idea, the flow. Obsessing over every word leads to frustration and, honestly, burnout.
Which probably links to the third mistake, choosing the wrong stuff to listen to.
Exactly. Picking material that's way too hard is just demoralizing. You understand almost nothing, you feel lost, you give up. But on the flip side, picking stuff that's too easy, while comfortable, doesn't push you. You don't grow. There's a sweet spot.
Okay, and the final one, maybe the most critical mistake.
I think so. It's inconsistency.
Yeah. Thinking one big 2-hour session on a Sunday makes up for doing nothing all week.
Right. But the research is really clear on this. 15 minutes, focused, every single day. That's far more powerful than a long session once a week. It's that consistent daily exposure that really cements the learning, builds those connections strong.
Okay, so we've laid out the problems. Let's pivot. What is the right way to listen? Give us the strategies.
All right, let's get actionable. Step 1, choose the right material. And this is key. Pick stuff you genuinely find interesting. If you love true crime, listen to true crime podcasts. If you're into tech, find tech news.
Because you actually want to listen then. It won't feel like a chore.
Precisely. Enjoyment fuels engagement, and engagement fuels consistency. It all links together.
And part of the right material is the right level, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned that sweet spot.
Aim for that zone where you understand about 70 to 80%. It should be challenging enough that your brain has to work a bit, make connections, guess from context, but not so hard that you're just completely lost and frustrated. That's where the real learning happens.
Okay, step 2 then.
Active listening. This means really tuning in. Minimize distractions, put the phone away, close other tabs, consciously focus on the sounds, the rhythm, the words. And one really powerful technique here is shadowing.
Ah, yes, shadowing. You mentioned it builds muscle memory.
Yeah.
Explain that a bit more. How does it work?
Sure, shadowing is where you listen to a bit of native speech, and then you immediately try to repeat it, almost simultaneously. You're mimicking the speaker's pace, their intonation, their pronunciation, as closely as you can.
Okay, like echoing them in real time.
Exactly. And the muscle memory part is twofold. It trains your mouth muscles, improving your articulation and fluency, but it also trains your ear. It helps your brain process the sounds faster, recognize patterns more quickly, boosts comprehension too.
That sounds intense, but really effective. Okay, what's step 3?
Step 3 is don't panic about the words you don't know.
Right, resist that urge to stop and look everything up immediately.
Yeah. Try to guess from context first. Use the words you do know, the tone, the situation. Make an educated guess. It's a skill in itself, learning to tolerate that bit of ambiguity and keep the flow going.
Okay, makes sense. Step 4.
Repetition and review. Listen
Yes.
to the same piece of audio multiple times. Seriously. First time, just aim for the gist. What's the main topic? Second time, listen for more details. Maybe focus on specific phrases or how sentences are built.
And maybe a third time with a transcript, if you can get one.
Perfect. Yeah, follow along with the text. That really connects the sounds to the written words, deepens understanding.
Got it. What's step 5?
Step 5 is about strategically combining passive and active listening.
So passive listening isn't totally useless.
Not totally. It's fine for background exposure while you're doing chores, commuting, whatever. Keeps the language around you. But it needs to be a supplement, not a replacement for dedicated, focused, active listening sessions. That's where the heavy lifting happens.
Okay, so use both, but know which one is doing the real work.
Exactly. And that brings us to step 6, which we've already touched on, but it needs repeating.
Consistency.
Consistency every day, even if it's just 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That daily practice is absolutely critical, much better than cramming.
Okay, those steps sound really solid. But let's be honest, sometimes it just feels slow.
Right.
Learners hit these plateaus, they feel like, ugh, I'm listening, but I still don't understand anything. It's frustrating.
Oh, absolutely. That frustration is real, and it's very common. But here's what I always tell learners. Your brain is learning. It's working away in the background, making connections, building pathways, even when you don't consciously feel the progress. It's like building something complex. You don't always see the daily change, but trust that the work is happening.
I like the gym analogy too. You don't go once and expect to see muscles, right? It feels hard at first, results aren't immediate, but you keep showing up, you keep doing the reps.
Exactly. And slowly, gradually, you get stronger. Listening is the same.
Every minute you spend actively listening is like a rep for your brain's language muscles.
Precisely. And that's why celebrating the small wins is so important for keeping motivation up.
What kind of small wins are we talking about?
Well, maybe you suddenly understand a phrase in a song you've heard 100 times. Or you watch a scene in a movie and follow the dialogue without subtitles for the first time. Maybe you catch a joke someone tells in English, you get the nuance. Those are huge.
Yeah, recognizing those little victories, that makes a difference.
It really does. It reminds you that you are moving forward.
And ultimately, fluency isn't about perfection, is it? It's about communication, understanding, and being understood, even with mistakes.
That's the goal. Listening is the foundation for that understanding. So trust the process, be patient with yourself, and keep putting in that consistent effort. Your brain will thank you.
Well, that really was a deep dive. We've covered why listening is so fundamental, the mistakes to watch out for, and crucially, those practical steps you can take.
And hopefully, we've really hammered home the power of consistency. Listening every day, even just for those focused 15 minutes, it truly makes a huge difference over time.
Absolutely. So here's something to think about. If listening really is building that complex sound library and that muscle memory in your brain, consider this. What hidden fluency, what deeper understanding might you unlock in the next few weeks or months just by committing to that consistent 15 minutes a day, even when it feels tough, even when understanding isn't perfect? What surprising shifts in how you communicate, how you connect might be quietly taking shape right now, just beneath the surface?